Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy Rebecca and this is my 2023 cosmetics inventory. This is going to be embarrassing for me. Quick catch up for those of you who are new. I used to be a little bit of a shopaholic, buyaholic, stuffaholic. I used to have this real more is more mentality. I used to buy a bunch of stuff, spend a bunch of money, fill up all my space, and act as if somehow true happiness and contentment could be found at the clearance section of like TK Maxx. Spoiler alert, it could not. And in 2020, I decided that enough was enough. I put myself on a no buy year, I took control of my spending, I stopped buying a bunch of junk that I didn't need, and I started working on the mammoth task of condensing down my enormous beauty stockpile. And because I'm a spreadsheet nerd, I keep tabs on everything that I buy, everything that I use up, everything that I spend. I put it in a spreadsheet. I'm so sorry, as I was saying that, I realized how ridiculous that is. It's a lifestyle. Anyway, at the beginning of each year, I do a cosmetics inventory so I can take stock, figure out what I still have, what I still have to use up, and how close I am to the goal of not being a cosmetics hoarder. We're just gonna jump straight in. Fair warning, I am gonna be throwing a lot of numbers at you, but if you wanna go back and like take a look at them, like if you're very invested in this, which I know a lot of you are, okay? I'm gonna put all of my spreadsheets with backdated information all the way back to 2020 over on my website so you can go and like do your little detective work. Last year people were like, your figures are all off, your maths is wrong. I don't think that's happened again this year. We'll see. So we're gonna start with makeup because I feel like that's the most interesting category, and I also feel like it's kind of the fastest moving category since I'm using makeup every day and you tend to cycle through makeup products quite quickly, or at least I do. So first let's talk about, I guess, liquid face products, stuff that makes my skin look better. I don't know. For primers, I'm down to 2, and that is exactly where I want to be. Goal achieved. Foundations, I am up to 3, and oh gosh, here it comes so early on into the video, a tangent that nobody asked for. Okay, I do need to put this disclaimer in really quickly to exonerate myself. Back in the summer of 2022, I actually moved to Vietnam. Yeah, I'm not there now, that didn't work out. But that put me in a really difficult position in terms of using up my makeup stockpile and my whole makeup no-buy that I've been on for the last ever. Because I knew that it was potentially going to be quite hard to get some of my favorite products and brands and shades. So I went ahead and I bought a bunch of stuff in anticipation of living there for the next year. And then I left. So things like foundations, yes, I have 3 of them, but that's because I bought a bunch to take with me because you don't want to run out of foundation, okay? Concealers, I have 2, and setting sprays, I have 2. I'm exactly where I want to be with my setting sprays because I have a hydrating one and a matte one, and I use them both. I know that seems counterintuitive, but this is my life and this is how I choose to live it. Next, moving on to like face powders, I have 3 bronzers. Wait, really? Wait, okay, I know why this is. Because actually I now have 1 more bronzer than I did last year. But that's because I bought a cream bronzer to use as well as my powder bronzer. So, I don't know, I feel like that's justified. I'm down to 3 blushes, so I have 1 less than last year. And 4 highlights, so I also have 1 less than last year. Let's do eye stuff. Eyeshadow primers, I still have 1, that's fine with me. Eyeshadow singles, I'm down to 13. Last year I had 17, so I've used up 4. I think technically I dropped 1 and smashed it on the floor, but I'm still taking that as a win. Eyeshadow palettes, I have 6 this year as opposed to 8 last year, so I'm down 2. I still have 1 eyebrow pencil. I have 2 eyeliners as opposed to the 4 I had last year, but now I have 3 mascaras. In my defense, I had 2 for Christmas, so that's all I'm going to say about that. False eyelashes is still at 1, and that's reasonable to me. Now let's talk about the lip products. I still have 1 lip primer, 1 lip balm, and 1 lip liner, so nothing has really changed there. But I'm down 2 lipsticks. Last year in 2022, what is the year? What is happening? Last year I had 16 lipsticks, and now I'm down to 14, so that feels pretty good. But last year I had 11 lip glosses and now I have 12. Again, I had 1 for Christmas. What can I say? I have been wearing a lot more lip gloss recently though, so watch this space. And finally we have the last category, which I guess is like other makeup stuff. Last year I had 12 nail polishes and this year I'm down to 6. I'm not even going to pretend that I used up 6 nail polishes. I think I gave them all to my niece or decluttered the ones that were just no good anymore. But something that I do feel pretty good about is the fact that I went from 12 perfumes to 7. And I'm not talking about full-size perfumes. I think a couple of them were. Most of them were more like little travel perfumes or even the little sample sizes. But I just had so many of them. Let's look. In 2021, I had 20 perfumes. So now I'm down to 7 and I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm sitting weird and now my foot has gone to sleep. So that brings us to a grand total of 93 makeup products, which yes, is far too many, but it's finally less than 100. Last year I had 110 makeup products, and get this, when I first started this whole crazy, obsessive, big makeup use-up thing with the spreadsheet and the obsessive note-taking that is now my life, when I first started that, I had 178 makeup products. So that's a big difference over the course of a few years. Next, we're moving into our second category, which is skincare. And I'm not even going to say anything, okay? Just wait and see. Okay, so cleansers, I currently stand at 2, but one of them is a mini one. Does that even count? Probably yes. I no longer have any toner. I just don't feel a need for it anymore in my life. Face creams, I still have 2, one for the AM, one for the PM. That is fine by me. Serums, I have 5. I did recently introduce a new serum into my skincare routine, and I'm not mad about it. Is 5 serums a lot of serums? I suppose it depends who you ask. I feel okay with 5 serums. I feel like my face is benefiting from having 5 serums, so 5 serums it is. Eye creams, I have 2, again, 1 AM, 1 PM. I have 1 makeup remover, 4 face masks, so I am down 1 face mask. I was hoping for more movement in that category, if I'm going to be completely honest. Face sun creams, I'm up to 6. 6. Honestly, that's just embarrassing. I know that is not good, and that does mean that I have 4 more than I had last year. But again, I was stocking up to live in Vietnam. The sun is intense there. I didn't want to burn. Okay, so exfoliators, I'm down to the last 2, and I'm gonna get that down to 1 by the end of this year. Body lotions, I'm down from 4 to 3. Body oils, I still have 3 of those. And hand creams, I have 6. I mentioned this in a previous video. I think it was my Project Pan finale. I got gifted so many hand creams for Christmas. I was down to my last hand cream, and then I must have been gifted 5 for Christmas. Which is fine, because that means my hands are going to be nice and soft. But yeah, not my fault I have so many hand creams. For creams, I'm down to 1. And other is at 3. That brings the grand total for skincare products in 2023 to 40, which means I have 4 more than I had at the beginning of 2022. I blame the sun cream. Anyway, I'm ashamed, so let's move on. Hair care! More shame is coming my way. Okay, shampoo, I just have the 1. I have 3 conditioners, and I have 3 hair masks, and I have 1 hair treatment. Because look, did I panic stock buy a little bit with my hair masks on Black Friday? Yes, I did. I reverted back to my old ways. Coco and Eve was 50% off. I was like, oh my gosh. That stuff is not cheap, and I use so much of it. So yes, I bought myself 2. I also got another one for Christmas. It will get used. So there's that. I have 2 hairsprays. I have 9 styling products, which is quite the leap up from the 5 we had last year. Again, that was stockpiling to take to Vietnam. Anti-humidity spray is so necessary in Vietnam. So that means in 2023, I start the year with 19 hair care products, as opposed to the 12 that I had in 2022. What year am I personally living in? I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I have gained 7 hair care items over the last year, which is no good. I can feel you judging me. I would judge me too. Clearly, I need to get a handle on this situation. Again, I don't think this would have happened if I wasn't moving countries and I hadn't like stockpiled certain things, but I don't feel good about it. either way. Next, let's move on to general toiletries. Oh, Lord. Okay, so this is a lot, but I'm starting 2023 with 9 bath bombs. Actually, technically, I started 2023 with 11 bath bombs because I just used 2 up. I had them all for Christmas. They were all Christmas gifts. They will all get used, and I need to calm down because that was a lot of emotion. Bath salts, I have 1. Toothpaste, I have 2. Tooth whitening treatments, I have 2. Floss is 1. Flossing is important. Hand wash, I have 3, which, let's celebrate a small victory because last year I had 6. Deodorant, I'm down to 2 as opposed to the 4 I had last year. And oh good Lord, soaps. Again, all Christmas gifts. 7 soaps. And here's the thing, again, we're going off on another tangent. When I get gifted things like bubble baths and nice soaps for Christmas and stuff like that, I don't consider that a hindrance to my progress. I did not go out and buy those things, but I will get use out of them, and it means I'm going to save money because I'm not going to be going out and buying those things. There's the logic. Shower gels, I'm currently standing at 6, again, gifted to me. Hair removal creams, I am at 1, and other, don't ask because I don't remember, I'm at 6. So grand total for toiletries is at 42, and last year it was at 34, which means I've gained 8. Send help for me, please. But I am going to end this on a note of redemption because we're going to wrap things up by talking about my candle problem. Okay, at the start of 2022, I had 21 candles, and now I'm down to 16, which means that I used up 5 candles last year, and at that rate, it will only take me 3 more years to use up all the candles. Okay, cool. Apparently it's not all doom and gloom though, because I'm looking at my totals, and my total number of products for 2023 is 237, which, yes, of course, it's far too many. That's ridiculous. But even though I completely bombed most of those categories, like skincare, hair care, toiletries, fail, I've still walked away with 5 fewer products than I had in 2022. She has to stop and check the date again. 2023 now. And the big thing that I just want to tell you to make myself feel a little bit better is that since I started doing this big makeup use up back in 2020, I've used up 188 products. And decluttered some of them, to be fair, but I have 188 fewer products than I have now. Which is wild to think, like, where did I keep all of this stuff? One of the goals I have for my This Time Next Year challenge is to be organized and clutter-free. I am continuously working towards that goal, and I don't think that's something that you ever truly achieve. Maybe some people truly achieve it, like the minimalist people with, like, no stuff. But the rest of us who are just living, like, pretty average lives, we will continuously accumulate clutter, and we need to keep on top of that. And look, I'm here to tell you that having a spreadsheet helps. If you like this kind of content and you're not already subscribed, now would be a really good time to hit that subscribe button, because I make monthly project pan videos where I talk about this ongoing big makeup use up. And the whole theme of this channel is about me trying to live more intentionally and teaching you how you can do that based on what I'm figuring out as I go along. But thank you so much for watching. Remember that I love you so much. You are enough just as you are, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hey friends. Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexa. It's not your time to shine. This is my moment. Hey friend. I can't.